Sarah, it's already late. Where are you and why haven't you prepared dinner? Sarah. Hi, Diane. I'm picking up Janet now. Picking up? Yes, because every Wednesday she has piano lessons. You know that, don't you, Diane? Oh, yes, that's right. Then what about my dinner? When are you coming home? I made dinner this morning. It's in the fridge. I just have to reheat it. It will be ready when I get home. How many times do I have to tell you? What? I've told you since you moved in with me. I told you to serve the food freshly prepared. Well, it's impossible to serve freshly made food when I have to run errands in the evening. Can't I just prepare it beforehand? I'm starving and I want to eat right now. You're an insane daughter-in-law as always. It's already past 7 at night. Aren't you ashamed of being a wife playing around at this hour? I told you earlier, I'm here to pick up my daughter. I'm not playing around. If you're hungry, go ahead and eat. Just heat it up in the microwave and it's good to go. Oh my! You want me to microwave it? You're trying to boss your mother-in-law around? Well, anyone can use the microwave, right? Are you saying you don't even want to do that? You really are a cocky daughter-in-law, aren't you? It's a daughter-in-law's job to cook and put food on the table. Yet you try to make me do it. When I was young, I never disobeyed my mother-in-law. I used to say yes to everything she told me to do and obeyed her. Well, what should I do? Do you want me to tell my daughter to quit piano? I'm not asking Janet to quit piano. She has a talent for music just like me. But I don't think it's a good idea to send her to lessons at night. If it's earlier in the day, you can cook dinner too. I'm working. I can't drop her off and pick her up during the day. If you insist on changing the lessons to earlier time, I'll have to ask you to pick Janet up. I don't want to. Why should I, your mother-in-law, take your place? So, it can't be helped that the lessons are at this time. Please, put up with the pre-made food for just once a week. Then why don't you quit your job? Huh? Even if you don't force yourself to work, you can make ends meet on my son's salary. You can't do proper housework because you're working. A woman working doesn't make much money. Quit your job. It's true that I don't earn much. We may be able to live on my husband's salary alone. But for the sake of my daughter's future, I want to work and save as much money as possible. Besides, my husband and I are paying for your living expenses. If you're not happy that I can't do housework properly, I'd like you to help me a little too. What? You want me to help you? I'm too weak to do housework. That's why we live together. But, Diane, you go out with your friends all the time, don't you? Well, ever since your husband passed away, you became obsessed with a male singer. You go to his concerts and take the train to buy his stuff, right? You're doing well enough, aren't you? Shut up! Are you trying to tell me that I'm too old to be obsessed with a singer? He's my only reason for living. Don't meddle in other people's hobbies. I don't mean to deny your hobbies. I'm just asking you to put yourself in my shoes and help me do the housework while I work. My husband helps me on his days off, which is great. but it's really hard to do all the housework after working full-time. If you have the energy to go out and play, I'd like you to at least prepare dinner once in a while. You know, I worked hard enough when I was younger. I've given so much to my parents-in-law and my husband over the years. Why can't I just relax and play in my old age? Then please stop constantly criticizing my methods. When I clean the house, you complain that it's dirty here and dirty there. You make me redo things right away. And you're always complaining about my cooking. And at the worst time, you even threw away my cooking, didn't you? That's your fault, isn't it? I'm telling you to learn the taste of my family's cooking as soon as possible. No matter how many times I make you cook, all you can do is make bad food. But my husband and daughters say it's delicious. If it doesn't suit my taste buds, it's meaningless. Since you've married into my family, I have to have the traditional taste of my family's cooking passed down to you. But I think it's terrible to throw my cooking away. What's wrong with throwing away something that tastes bad and is inedible? If I get sick to my stomach because of you, will you take responsibility? What? And I told you not to cook greasy food because it's oily and bad for you. You don't listen to me and keep serving greasy food. Diane, you prefer healthy food. So I only cook greasy food once in a while. But Janet is still in elementary school. She'll want to eat hamburgers and French fries once in a while. If I only make healthy food, she'll get bored, won't she? Then, why don't you make a different menu just for Janet? It's as simple as that. Just prepare both healthy and greasy food. I'm too busy to make both menus. I can't do such a complicated thing. See? That's how you always defy me. You're my daughter-in-law, so you should listen to me. Diane, if you hate me so much, shall we end living together? Huh? When my husband and I got married, we planned to live on our own as a couple. But your husband passed away suddenly after our wedding. You said, I'm worried about living alone because I'm frail. I really want to live with you. So you moved in with us. But you're healthy enough to be obsessed with a male singer. You seem to have more than enough energy. Yet you don't do any housework and complain to me all the time. I've reached my limit. What are you talking about? I'm the one taking care of Janet. I don't do housework, but I'm helping you raise your kid. You should be thankful. You're not taking care of her, but you're literally just watching her, aren't you? Huh? When my daughter was a baby, you only held her in your arms on a whim. You never tried to help with feeding her or changing her diaper. You never took her to and picked her up from daycare. You never played in the park. You never read a picture book. The only parenting you did was to watch TV with my daughter. You're so annoying. It's enough just to be there for her. Anyway, I'll continue to live with you. I'm living with my adorable granddaughter. I don't want to be separated from her. Oh, I've got an idea. What? Why don't you just leave by yourself? I'll live with my son and granddaughter. You can just go away, Sarah. No way. If I leave, what about the housework? Of course, you will do it. Excuse me? Even if we live separately, you'll still be my daughter-in-law. You can come to our house like a housekeeper and do the housework. That's absurd. Listen, don't forget that you are the one who married into this family. It is the duty of a daughter-in-law to listen to what her mother-in-law tells her to do. Don't even think of having your mother-in-law do the housework. When you are done picking up your daughter, come home quickly and heat up the food. Hey, Sarah. I told you so many times, but you still don't get it? Sarah, where are you? Don't ignore me. Pick up the phone. Sorry, Diane. I'm in the middle of buying some groceries and didn't notice your call. You've been trying to reach me. What's going on? Don't play dumb with me. You've been harassing me like crazy. What? Harassing? I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Are you still trying to get away with it? You're disgusting. I don't understand why you're upset. I have no idea. It's the food. What? What's that food on the table? Oh, that's today's dinner. I warned you many times, but you keep cooking greasy food again. You have no remorse. I'm sorry, Diane. It's a special occasion. Huh? All I have there is greasy food. But I'll prepare something else for you when I get back. You can't fool me like that. You were going to harass me, weren't you? No, I wasn't. I'll make healthy food as well. Please leave the food on the table as it is. Oh, I'm so pissed off. You take every opportunity to put out dishes I don't like. I really hate you. I'm not harassing you. Just today, please spare me the trouble. I have to drive now, so if you'll excuse me. Sarah! What a shameless daughter-in-law. That's how you make fun of me. I'll thoroughly punish you, Sarah. Remember that. Diane, where are you now? Diane? Oh, Sarah. I'm sorry I couldn't answer the phone. I'm out with a friend right now. When I came home, all the food I made was gone. You were home a while ago, weren't you? Where did all the food go? All the dishes on the table went to the trash. What? I threw away the cake too. Oh no! What have you done? I took the time to make it. I did it to make you reflect on what you've done. Reflect? I just told you not to cook greasy food. Yet you put lots of greasy food on the table. There were so many greasy dishes like fried chicken and French fries. On top of that, there was even a whole cake full of whipped cream in the fridge. My doctor warns me that I'm overweight. I'm going to get sick if you make me eat that stuff. I was so mad that I got rid of them all. That's terrible. I felt so exhilarated when I threw your food in the trash. Oh, I feel so much better now. Diane, don't you know what day it is today? Huh? What day? It may be a very important day for me, but it has nothing to do with you, right? Excuse me? What are you saying? Today is Janet's birthday. What? I usually mainly cook healthy food, but just for today, I made Janet's favorite dishes. Janet's birthday. Oh yes, that's right. I guess you forgot about it. But even if you did forget, you didn't notice the cake? Huh? On the plate it said, Happy birthday, Janet. When you saw that, you'd know what day it was, wouldn't you? I don't know. I was so mad that I didn't look at it carefully before I threw it away. I can't believe it. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I thought you knew. I make a cake for Janet's birthday every year. We celebrate together, remember? What could I do? Today was the release date of my favorite singer's new song. I've been looking forward to it for months. That's all I could think about. That's why I completely forgot it was Janet's birthday. I'm at the music store with a friend, and we got the CD that we were looking for. What a pity. So you care more about your favorite singer's CD than your grandchild? What's the problem with that? He's my reason for living. I love my granddaughter, but he's just as important to me as my granddaughter. I see. But to throw away all the food I cooked for my daughter's birthday and ruin it? That's awful. I'm sorry I threw out the food. But you don't have to be so angry. There's no use crying over spilled milk. If you don't have the food and the cake, you can just buy them. You can go to any convenience store or supermarket around here. They probably have cakes. That's not the point. I wanted Janet to have a homemade cake. Janet's been looking forward to it. She's been crying ever since she came home. I told you I'm sorry. Okay, I'll buy a cake for you. I'll even put a birthday plate on it. How's that? You don't get anything. I've made up my mind. What? My husband, my daughter, and I are leaving. What? I don't want to live with someone who throws away my cooking. I don't want to live with you anymore. And you even threw away the cake that my daughter was looking forward to? It's just too much. I just didn't know. If I had known it was my granddaughter's birthday, I would have held back and eaten the fried chicken or the cake. Regardless of whether it's her birthday or not, I can't tolerate you making a mockery of my food. Living with you is bad for my daughter's education. You're overreacting just because I threw away the dishes? I understand. I won't do it again, so forgive me. You want to leave a frail old woman alone? You're not weak in any way, and it will be good for you too. Wouldn't you be better off without your hateful daughter-in-law who can't do housework properly? Go ahead, live alone as you like. Wait a minute. You haven't heard my son's opinion, have you? I don't care how much you hate being with me. You can't leave if my son doesn't want to. My son loves me. I'm sure he'll take my side. Unfortunately, no one is on your side in this house. Huh? Actually, my husband was talking about moving out too. No way. He knows that you're picking on me. That can't be true. I've been a good mother-in-law in front of my son. You told my son on me? He was aware of it before I even told him. You must have been warned by him several times. But no matter how many times you were scolded, you continued to harass me. Even when I pleaded for you to stop, you continued to harass me as if you didn't care. You escalated your bullying. That's your fault, isn't it, for constantly challenging me? Huh? What I was doing was not bullying, but educating my daughter-in-law. I'm trying to educate you, but you don't listen to me at all. I've worked hard to win your approval. The way I clean, the way I season my food. I've done everything you told me to do. But no matter how hard I tried, it was all for naught. You gave me a hard time all the time. You made me redo the cleaning again and again. And you would throw away the dishes I made right in front of me. Then I realized you didn't want to educate me. You just wanted to be mean. No, that's not true. I was really thinking of you, Sarah. I was just trying to be strict with you so that you could become a full-fledged wife. I apologize if you were having a hard time. From now on, I'll be kinder to you. No matter what excuses you give me, I won't change my mind. I'll take my daughter and leave. Wait a minute, Sarah. I have to ask my son directly for his opinion first. I'm sure my husband agrees with me. If he finds out you ruined his precious daughter's birthday party, I'm sure he would say he's leaving too. Well, I'll get started on the preparations for the move out. So please enjoy your shopping at the music store. Wait, Sarah. I apologize for everything I've done. Please, don't leave me alone. Shortly thereafter, I moved out with my husband and daughter. We moved into an apartment. Diane was left alone. She contacted me and my husband again and again, begging us to come back. Of course, we refused. My daughter also says that she absolutely does not want to live with her grandmother. So, we will never live with her again. Until now, Diane has been playing around and forcing me to do the housework alone. But now, she has to do the cleaning and laundry by herself. So she is exhausted every day. In addition, now that my husband and I are gone, her only income is her pension. She is grieving because she can't go to her favorite singer's concerts these days. On the other hand, I am free from the stress of my mother-in-law and live peacefully with my husband and daughter. My daughter, who is now bigger than when she was living with Diane, helps me with the housework. So I am able to devote more time to my work than ever before. I would like to continue to cherish my family and enjoy my life.
Hey, Jackson? Where are you? It's getting kind of late. Jackson? Is everything okay? Has something happened?
Ugh, why are you blowing up my phone?
What do you mean? You're not responding to me, so of course I'm going to be worried and text you.
All you're doing is being annoying. If I wanted to talk to you, I would've.
What has gotten into you?
What are you prattling on about now? Nothing's wrong with me.
Okay, fine. Look, when are you getting home? I prepared dinner, but it's getting kind of late and I'm hungry. I didn't want the food to go cold for you though, so I haven't cooked it yet.
I get back when I get back.
What kind of answer is that?
The only one that you're getting.
You know what? Fine. I don't know what's gotten you into such a mood, but I've had enough of it. I'm putting the dinner in, and if it's cold by the time you get back, then that's your problem. You can put it in the microwave or something.
Wow, what a caring wife you are.
Hey, I've tried to ask you when you'll be back and been nothing but nice, but you've been a complete jerk, so I've given up. If you want to apologize, then we can start this evening over.
Why would I apologize to you? You should be the one saying sorry to me. I'm your husband, and you should be doing whatever I say. That's what a good wife would do.
Excuse you?
You heard me. This isn't the first time you've acted out like this. I mean, this is the first time in ages that you even bother to cook. A good wife would do that daily, and would have it ready for when her husband got home, no matter what time it was.
I can't believe what you're saying right now. Are you actually telling me that I should be nothing but a good little housewife who does whatever her husband demands of her?
Well, yeah, that's what marriage is.
No, it really isn't.
Of course it is. You made a vow that when we got married that you would honor and serve me like a good and obedient wife should.
At no point in our marriage vows did I say anything like that at all. In fact, our vows promised that we would treat each other with respect and equality, that we would share our burdens and help each other in whatever we do in life. But I can honestly say that you've done none of that.
Yes, I have. I make the money that you used to go and selfishly spoil yourself with. So you better be grateful, as I could just as easily take that money away. Then what would you do, huh? The least you could do is your wifely duties of housework and making sure everything is perfect for when I get back after a long, hard day at work.
Ha, that's funny. You working hard? Last I heard, your boss was threatening to fire you as you were performing well below target and your attitude with the customers was abysmal. Well, at least it was with a woman. Figures.
Where'd you hear that?
I have friends, you know.
Well, it's not true. They're just trying to paint me out in a bad light because they're jealous and intimidated by me. And anyway, you shouldn't be talking to other men. I'm your husband, and I'm the only one you should talk to.
I'm not some possession. I am my own person, so I'll talk to whoever I want. And anyway, if you're not even going to come home, then why should I bother sitting around waiting for you?
I see you need some time to reflect on your poor behavior. In that case, I'm leaving, and I'm taking the money I make with me. You'll not receive a dime off of me until you apologize for how you behaved to me.
Oh no, what am I ever going to do without your constant moaning and sexist remarks?
Just you wait. You'll soon realize how much you need me and my money, and you will come crawling back to me. You just better hope I'm in the mood to forgive you.
Ha! It's funny. The remarks you've made today have had me laughing more than I ever have since I met you. If anyone is going to be begging the other one, it's going to be you. And I know for certain I'm not going to be taking you back.
We'll see. Have fun trying to survive when you can't pay the bills.
Whatever.
Hey, Vaughn, are you there?
Hey Thomas, what's up?
I heard about you and Jackson. Are you doing okay?
Oh, you heard about that? Well, don't worry about it. I'm doing great actually. I never realized how much he weighed me down, but now that he's gone, I actually feel so much happier and lighter. I actually was thinking about filing for divorce. I just don't know where he is at the moment to serve him the papers.
Oh, wow, that's great for you. I'm glad you're happy. As for where Jackson is, he's actually crashing at his mom's place. When he left you, he came and told me about it. To be honest though, I'm glad you've realized what kind of guy he is. I mean, he wasn't so bad when we were kids, but he's definitely gotten way worse over the years.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I've been trying to distance myself from him actually. I don't really want to have someone like him in my life anymore. I mean, who would want to be friends with someone so horrible?
I know how you feel. I bet he's causing his mom grief as well, being at hers.
Definitely. They were screaming at each other before the first day was over. I feel bad for her. He just does whatever he wants without regard to anyone else. Not to mention the fact that he's broke and owes loads of people money, including me. Yeah, I've loaned him quite a bit over the years to try and help him pay the bills.
I hate to break it to you, Tom, but Jackson doesn't pay the bills. I do.
What?
Yeah, I pay the mortgage and all the other bills as well. Jackson doesn't really contribute much to the house. He spends all of his money on drinking and gambling.
What the? He said he needed it to support you because you were paid very little at your job. I didn't want you to suffer, so I helped out.
That's very sweet of you, Tom, and I'm sorry that he lied to you about it. I actually earn a lot more than Jackson, so I was never in trouble.
Well, I'll be demanding my money back from him ASAP.
Don't be afraid to get the courts involved either. I'm sure they could help you. But I think we should get our own back as well. For all the horrible things he said and done to us.
What did you have in mind?
Well...
Hello, Vaughn. I know it's been a while since you last heard from me. And I bet you're ready to about apologize for your unruly attitude and beg for me to come home. Am I right?
Jackson, has it really been a month already? I guess time really does fly when you're finally having fun.
What are you on about? You can't have been having fun. You should have been crying and begging for me to come back home. Oh, I see. You're just trying to make it seem like you were okay without me. You don't need to lie. We both know you've been a wreck since I've been gone. No need to worry, though. Once you apologize, I'll come back home.
That's not the case at all. I can honestly say that I've loved every moment away from you, and that I will be happy for the rest of my life knowing that I will never have to deal with you again after this.
What? What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. With you gone, I was finally able to see that I deserve much better than you, and that you were actually holding me back from a better life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm the only thing in your life that makes it worthwhile. Without me, you're nothing.
See? It's that kind of negativity and vile abuse that I haven't missed.
Whatever. We can talk about it when I get back home. Make sure you have my dinner ready for me. I'll be there soon.
Well, I mean, good luck with that. But the family who lives there now might not be so welcoming to a stranger bursting into their home.
Huh?
Such a witty repartee. If you didn't understand, and no surprise with that pea-sized brain of yours, I've sold the house.
You what?
Sold the house. Geez, do try and keep up.
Well, why would you do that? That was my home.
Actually, it was my home. My name was on the mortgage, and I paid all of the bills so I could do whatever I wanted with it.
I'm still your husband, so I'm entitled to half of that money. Give it to me now.
What? Not even a please? Anyway, you're not entitled to anything. It was my money, and Thomas and I have used it however we wanted to.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, after your little tantrum, Thomas messaged me to see how I was doing. We got to talking and soon began seeing each other. Actually, we're on a little trip right now. We used the money from the house.
How could you do this to me? You're my wife.
About that. You'll be receiving some papers in the post soon. Make sure to sign them.
What papers?
They're divorce papers. I finally had enough of you and I never want to see you again. You're a petty, sexist, and small man whose only joy in life is demeaning those around you. I'm sorry I wasted so much time on you already. Thankfully, I can start righting that wrong and living my life to the fullest, without you.
You won't be able to survive without me. You need my money to pay the bills.
Jackson, sweetie, I earn more in 3 months than you do in an entire year. You're the one who needs me, not the other way around. And this time, I'm not going to bail you out of trouble. It's time you grow up. Or don't. I don't care either way now. I'm never going to have to deal with you again. Make sure you sign those divorce papers, otherwise I'll have to get the authorities involved. Goodbye.
No, wait, Yvonne! You can't just leave me like this. I'm your husband, so do what I say. Yvonne?
Once the divorce papers arrived at Jackson's mom's house, he was reluctant to sign them at first. But after threatening to get the police involved for all of his fraud and taking people's money under false pretenses, Jackson quickly relented and signed them. Once free, Thomas and I began to date and got to know each other really well. He treats me how I deserve, with respect and love, and I do the same for him.